Okay, we got one more serious one. All right, then we're going to go into. I'll cover some silly ones just to finish off with. All right. So, as someone that is learning BJJ, what are some pretty easy and safe takedowns to start with? Great question. So, I've just started running a judo for BJJ class at my friend's studio, Club at Lutus. So, if you're in Western Sydney, check it out. Anyway, I have been working through Waza techniques with the players there, and this is something when I've worked with BJJ focused players before. We've done any like kind of private work. I've focused mainly on things like the Ashi-Harai, Okuri-Ashi-Harai, Sasai, Surikomi-Ashi, what else? Brains, performance enhancers. That's a good cup of coffee. All right. Okuri-Garis, Kosoto-Garis, all great techniques, and all techniques I would say are relatively safe. I mean, no takedown is safe, right? And that's the thing with what we do, right? We have to allow ourselves to be vulnerable to potentially win the fight, right? Without that, then we're not going to be able to get the throw. So you've got to risk it for the chocolate biscuit, as they say. Now, having said that, I think these Waza techniques have a lower risk associated with trying them. I also think, I'm biased, I love these kinds of throws. So, yeah, I would stick to Waza techniques, play around with the ones that I've just mentioned. And then when you've got a little bit more confidence, being stood up, getting involved, making contact, trying to throw your partner, then you can like branch out into other areas, some more your Waza techniques, maybe like your taitoshis or your what else? Why am I struggling with this? Well, you know, you get your leg grabs. You know, all the leg grabs are all judo throws, so try those once you're comfortable getting close. And then like your Koshi-Waza techniques, you know, get involved with sort of your ogoshi, hip throws, maybe some haragoshis. You just got to be careful that you don't overthrow. So when you're going down, you're not like, you maybe land on your partner, but make sure you're landing in a position that you're not rolling through and then giving up your back, which is a lesson I learned in one of my BJJ comps. Absolutely launched the lad 5 times. Yeah, 5 times. 2 times I rolled over too much and he took my back and got 8 points. And I got the 2 points for the other 3, so looked to flogging him, bouncing him around for five big hip ons, and then ended up losing anyway. So absolute waste of time. You know, fight for the rules of the sport you're doing, right? So lesson learnt. All right. So there are all the judo questions out of the way. As I said at the beginning, there were a couple of questions that came through that weren't necessarily judo related, but I'm still going to go out and answer them anyway. So let's just get through that. Are you engaged? No, but I'm working on it. How do I grow a glorious beard like you? Great question. Unless you're ginger, you're going to struggle. I mean, I suppose you could diet. Well, I hit puberty, started growing a beard. Haven't looked back since. Actually, the main reason why I've got a beard is I was a bit lazy, started growing it, and then my judo coach turned around and went, "You don't look quite as much of a twat with a beard," which is a compliment if you know Brian. So I was like, all right, well, yeah, then we're growing a beard, and so I haven't really looked back since. We used to keep it a bit shorter when I was competing, but ever since sort of took a bit of a step back, I've been growing it out. You know, you gotta be careful, because if someone came at me with a beard like this, too right, I'd be grabbing it in a competition. So I'm gonna fully expect other people to grab it. But yes, just grow it. If you can grow facial hair, just don't cut it. Pretty simple, you know. Keep it trimmed, keep it teeny tidy, and bang a bit of oil in there and keep it hydrated. You know, it's good. All right, last one. Now, this is a bit of a piss take. This one, I just know that I can't speak normally most of the time. My Northern English accent and my lisp just cause me issues. Are you ready? How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? There you go. Bosh. Done. Mine would be they could chuck wood a lot further if they did judo. Direct correlation between wood chucking and people chucking. So there you go. All right, that's it. So yes. So thank you for those who have been asking questions. Like I say, I have answered some as we've gone along on the Instagram. So if you're not on the Judo Way of Life Instagram, go and check it out. Become part of the community. You'll see at the top of the page on the pinned post there is the Ask Me Anything post, and you can put a question in there. But I do share it on my story weekly, give you the opportunity. So get involved. Hopefully some of the questions I have answered are ones that you were wondering as well, and this has been able to help you. And if not, like I say, if you have a question, please ask. I think it's a very important part of your learning, and it's definitely an important skill to have, is the skill of being able to ask questions and then, well, yeah, doing it. So yeah, crack on. Thank you for watching this one. Thank you. If you haven't watched already, go out and check part 1, where I've got 2 questions I think that I answer. Yeah, thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for watching the videos. If you're liking, sharing, commenting, all that kind of malarkey, amazing. Thank you very much, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.